I'm walking down the street on clouds instead of the concrete I'm dancing through. Everything's about to come my way, nothing can ruin my day. No matter what anyone does or say, I smile at fools. No, I don't care, cause I am on my way up, and I won't stop, I won't slow down. Steady on my feet, I'm gonna rise up. No, I won't stop, it is my time. Cause I know what it's like to be broke. I know what it's like when nothing goes your way. So I'm gonna let myself enjoy the fruit from this lucky day. Yeah, I am on my way up, I won't slow down. Yeah, I am on my way up.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Courtney and this is Creative on the Cheap, where I like to do budget-friendly DIYs and home decor. I'm standing close to the camera because I have a movie shirt on, so make sure you stay tuned till the end so you can try to guess what today's shirt is. Also, I'll be revealing some of the clues from the last 3 videos where I said I was dropping hints and clues, so you guys can kind of find out, maybe figure out what's coming up next for me. Today's DIYs are 4 of the easiest home accent DIYs I swear I think I've ever done. The beauty of all of these is that really all you need is 2 main supplies to do them. You can add embellishments, things that you probably have in your craft stash, but 2 supplies will get you these awesome DIYs. If you are new, you can find me on social media. I am most active over on Instagram at Creative on the Cheap. I would love for you to follow me over there. And if you like what you see, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's totally free. Yep, free, and you won't miss any of my future DIYs. So without further ado, let's get into today's DIYs and make sure you stay tuned through the end to find out all the other stuff I talked about. All right, let's go. For the first DIY, we're gonna start super easy. So I made a printable, here it is right here, and what I did was first I found on Pinterest some free dictionary, vintage dictionaries, what they said they were, printables. I will link it down below, and then I jumped on to Canva and I put a lemon image as well as added the word lemons, pulled it all together, sized it at 5x7, and now I am trimming it down just a little bit because I'm gonna be sticking it in a Dollar Tree frame, and that's it, guys. That is this DIY. It is very, very simple. Nothing too hard about it, and I really like how it looks. There's the printables on Pinterest. It's like 1 page from letters. So like there's an A page, a B page, a C page, a D page. So yeah, there you go. Like really, nothing to it. For the second DIY, and while I'm thinking about this one may be easier than the first one. I don't know. So I picked up some of these little stickers from Dollar Tree. They had several different colors, black, turquoise, you name it. My recommendation would be to find the lightest color because it'll make your life so much easier when you're painting. And then the little base, also from Dollar Tree. So all I'm going to do is open this up, and I'm going to just take these and start sticking them around the vase, going kind of in a pattern. So, you know, do a row around and then go to the next row and kind of go in between the first row of dots. Does that make sense? I really hope it does. These were super sticky. Now, I will say my recommendation, which I didn't quite catch on till I kind of got several of these on there, they will have little stringy glue things if you just pull them straight off the package. So my recommendation is to cut a strip at a time and just trim. You'll understand when you look at them, but just trim real close to each of the dots and then pull them up and stick them on. Otherwise, you're going to have these little like glue arm booger things sticking off of it, and nobody wants that. So yeah, again, super easy. So just stick these around and then you'll be ready to paint.
The street with all of my favorite songs on repeat, I'm dancing through. Everything's about to come my way, and I don't care if you spill coffee on me or if the sky is gray or blue.
It's all painted, ready to go, and so what I did is I tied a couple of pieces of string around the top. That string is actually from when I made this little burlap flower. When you pull it out of the burlap ribbon, I just
took a clump of those and tied it around. I thought that looked better than just a piece of twine. And then I'm just going to hot glue the flower on there. If you did not see the tutorial on this, you can watch a super quick one on my Instagram, which is linked down below. Or I will also link the video that shows how to make this type of flower, because I literally just made it on my channel. So not going to do it again, but there you go. That's it. This one's finished. Again, it's another super easy DIY.
I don't care, 'cause I am on my way up, and I won't stop, I won't slow down, steady on my feet.
Let me begin this DIY by saying this. If you have never picked up this game from Dollar Tree, this thing has so many possibilities of projects, like unreal. But anyway, so this third DIY, I will be using this game. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half using my Arteza hobby knife. You guys ask me about this all the time. It is fantastic. I love it. It comes with the billion zillion blades and tells you how to use them and a little mini cutting pad. Absolutely love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it right about here. And after I get it cut pretty easily. I'm going to go ahead and take some sandpaper and just round these corners where I cut it, because the opposite corners were already rounded and I wanted to make sure my tray had a cohesive look.
No, I won't stop, it is my time, 'cause I know what it's like to be broke, yeah. I know what it's like when nothing goes your way. So I'm gonna let myself enjoy the fruit from this lucky day. Yeah, I am on my way up, I won't slow down. Yeah, I am on my way up, I won't slow down.
For this, I'm going to go ahead and paint it with the Waverly white chalk paint, and I ended up putting 3 coats on the top. On the bottom, I ended up putting 1 coat because I got bored of painting this, and I just realized that it wasn't going to be noticeable. So yeah, I just did 1, and you could still see the checkered part through it. I'm just saying, if that's going to bother you, then go ahead and put 3 coats on the bottom as well. But yeah, 1 coat for me on the bottom.
Like to be broken, and I know what it's like when nothing goes your way. So I'm just gonna let myself enjoy.
Okay, the bag of game pieces that comes with this game, there are so many options you could use. Now, here it is. It comes with 2 dice. A bunch of these little natural colored wood pieces, circles, same in black, and then the little squares. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to end up gluing some flat-sided beads to the bottom of mine, but I wanted to give it a little bit of, I don't know, dimension. So I'm going to super glue 3 of these little discs together. I'm using super glue because I didn't want the bulk of the hot glue. And then I'm going to glue that to the top of my bead. Now while you're watching me do this, let me just say, the little pieces of the checker pieces that are in there that are wood squares, those would make great faux Scrabble tiles if you wanted to use that. If you picked up more of these games, you could use the dice as feet on a pedestal. Like I'm telling you, this game will make your creative brain explode. Now, after I get these all glued together like that, I'm going to stick it on top of the bead. Now, funny, when I was doing this, I hot glued this part onto the top of the bead, and then it made me think of Christmas because it looks like an ornament. So keep this in mind for Christmas time because, hey, now you got a really cute ornament, a little mini wooden ornament. Speaking of Christmas, let me know down below. Last year, I did a Christmas in July with some of my YouTube buddies. Do you guys want me to do it again this year? Comment down below. Let me know if you'd like to see that. But look at that. Seriously, it's a Christmas ornament. How stinking cute is that?
I won't slow down, 'cause I am on my way up. I won't slow down, yeah, I am on my way.
To attach the feet to my little trinket tray pedestal thingamabobber, I am just using hot glue. Super easy. super fast.
I won't slow down. I am on my way.
I wanted to make some handles for my trinket tray, and so I knew I wanted to use rope, but I didn't want them to be all floopy. So I'm taking some of this floral wire from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to measure out how big I want the handles to be. And then I'm going to take the rope and I'm going to untwist it, basically separate out the strands, and then I'm going to rewrap it over this floral wire, and then it makes a very sturdy shaped handle. So it was really easy to do, and then I just used hot glue to kind of close up the ends, and then I just hot glued the handles to the underneath of the trinket tray.
Know me. Take the time to dig deep underneath this red heat. We could really meet. Layers. It's time to lose these naysayers. We're better off, the air will be richer, and everything's so much easier. We don't need to work so hard. We don't need to act strong. It's been too long. Love is lovely when it starts. Come with an open heart and give romance a chance and get to know me just for me. Don't bail out and leave.
All right, the handles are attached, so now I'm just taking my lighter and burning off all the wispies. Please do not do this step if, number one, you're afraid of fire. Number two, you don't have a fire extinguisher or a large bucket of water to dunk your project in should it go up in flames. The easier thing would probably have been to go ahead and burn these before you attach it to the tray, but you know what, too late now. So I'm just going to kind of get rid of those little loose, crazy hairs that are on the rope. And then once that's done, I wanted to show you, originally I was thinking of using some of the little square tiles, and I was going to put the word things on it and do like the whole faux Scrabble thing. So I'll show you a little bit of me doing that right here, but yeah, I changed my mind and ditched that plan. But again, those would make great Scrabble tiles. Just saying.
It can be rough and quite fearsome, but to win big you gotta risk some, and I'm not like the
This last DIY will probably be my obligatory bee-themed DIY for this year. So what I'm doing is taking one of these canvases from Dollar Tree. I'm going to take off the canvas. Now, I was really ambitious and I said to myself, Courtney, let's take off the staples. So I got my little staple remover and I was going through, doing my thing. And then about halfway through, I decided this was lame and I didn't want to do it that way. So I just cut the rest of the canvas off. Do what you want. This is going to become the back, so it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Really, it doesn't matter, guys.
Oh, we don't need to work so hard. We don't need to act strong. It's been too long. Oh, love is lovely when it starts. Come with an open heart and give romance a chance and get
The canvas is off. Now, as you can see, this is the, I flipped the frame over and this is what it looks like. It's pretty rough and it definitely needed to be sanded. So I took some 80 grit sandpaper and sanded it all around the edges just to kind of get it as smooth as I could get it. Once that was done, I started working on the backer for my frame, and I decided I wanted to use popsicle sticks because I wanted that shiplap. I've done this several times before. I just really like the whole shiplap look, and so, or faux shiplap look, I should say. And so I'm going to take some popsicle sticks, lay them down. These are the larger ones from Dollar Tree, and then put my frame on top. And then I'm just going to take a pencil and mark the edges of the frame so that I know where to cut my popsicle sticks.
Just for me, don't bail out and leave. No, 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 we can do as we please. Oh, don't listen to them as they preach. We don't need to work so hard. We don't need to act strong. It's been too long.
Now that the popsicle sticks are all cut, I'm just taking one popsicle stick and I'm just going to stick it to the back, kind of down the middle of all 5 of these, just to hold them together so that it will make it easier to paint. Once that's on there, I'm just using regular hot glue. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to go ahead and paint this with just some Waverly White chalk paint. I'm not trying to get full coverage, but I did want to get it for the most part covered. Now, in the next clip, you are going to see a homemade bandage on my finger because I had a freak accident right here. I stabbed my finger with a very sharp point of scissors, those little tiny bird scissors that you guys see me use. And I'm not kidding. I stabbed my finger and instead of grabbing it, I started shaking it. And as I was shaking it, blood splattered everywhere. Like, I'm not even joking. On my paint, on my walls, on my floor, on my table, it went everywhere. Who knew that a finger could bleed that much? I did not know that. But yeah, so I was out of Band-Aids, so please bear with me on my little crafty homemade bandage. You're only going to have to watch it for a minute, and then I'll take it off when the bleeding finally stops.
Love is lovely when it starts. Come with an open heart and give romance a chance. And get to know me. We don't need to work so hard.
There's the bandage, all pretty. Now, if you have eagle eyes, yeah, there's a red spot right there on the bottom. Yeah, that's blood. That's blood on my wax. So what I'm using is just some of this Folk Art brown wax, and I'm just going to, it's just going to be one coat, so I'm just kind of squeezing it on, and then I'm just going to paint it all over the frame, and then the frame will be finished.
We don't need to act so strong. It's been, oh, we don't need to work so hard. We don't need to act so strong. It's been too long.
To attach the frame to the popsicle sticks, I am just going to use some hot glue, nothing fancy there. Once those are attached, I knew I wanted to use some wooden letters, and I had 2 different, I guess, I don't know, fonts or formats, I don't know what you want to call it, to choose from. I had the ones from Dollar Tree as well as those ones that I have been using for quite a while from Hobby Lobby. I've done several projects with those. And I had all the letters for everything except for the Hobby Lobby letters. I didn't actually have a capital N. So these are the Dollar Tree ones right here. And I'm just, you know, playing around because I'm a visual person. I had to lay it all out like that. And so I had those down. And then I put the Hobby Lobby ones down. But like I said, I didn't have a capital N. I was all out of those. And so I grabbed a U. And there you go, right there. And put it there. And I don't know. I was kind of like, does it bother me? Does it not bother me? I'm not really sure. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go with it. So those are the letters I ended up choosing. And then instead of painting them, I really just wanted to do something super fast. So I just grabbed my Arteza black acrylic marker and I just colored over them very, very quickly to get them nice and filled in and colored black. And then once that was done, I had the bright idea of trying to make a bumblebee.
Right now I'm standing in.
So you are witnessing a first here on my channel. I have never done a polymer clay project, so here we go. We're gonna make a bumblebee. Now, lucky for me, I only had some yellow polymer clay. That's it. Literally, I had no other colors. So I've never made a bee before. I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing. I just kind of tried to make something that sort of looked like a bee. And then I decided, well, I'm going to need some black. How do I want to get the black on there? So I did end up using my Arteza marker again to get the stripes on the bee. And then for the head, I just colored that yellow blob of the head and with the black marker, and then I also made a little stinger and just colored that in with the black marker. Then it came down to how in the world am I going to make the wings, and so I decided to take some hot glue and squirt it out onto wax paper. Now originally when I did that I thought, oh, I'll just peel it off the wax paper. Yeah, hot glue does not peel off of wax paper, in case you're wondering, so no big deal. I just trimmed around the wax and got the little wings, and I have to say it was the perfect touch to this little bumblebee. I don't know, I think it actually turned out pretty good for my first time ever making anything with polymer clay. Then to attach the bee, I was just gonna hot glue it down, and then I just took my black marker again and made a little flight pattern on the side. And then here is my little be kind sign. I absolutely love how it turned out. I've seen all these little be kind signs all over Pinterest, and I knew I just wanted to make one. So I just think that adding the little bee was just the extra little touch it needed.
I see you from across the room.
All right, there you have it. 4 super easy home accent DIYs. Yep, you only really need 2 supplies for each of those to get them done, and then add some embellishments, and you got some awesome little home accent pieces. Let me know down below, you know the drill, which one of these was your favorite. Now, let me kind of shed some light. We're not gonna spread it, we're gonna shed it on a few of the hints that I've dropped so far. I promise you, I will be letting you know very, very, very soon what is coming up. There's my security dog. What is coming up on my channel? I'm just gonna keep talking. So, coffee, yes, that was one of the clues. Lots of you guessed it. Another one was, yes, my dog. That was a clue. And then my husband Spence was also a clue. So with those clues, do you kind of have an idea of what may be going on? Take a guess down below. I would love to know. But like I said, my goal is by the end of this week to let you know kind of my next project, what I'm working on. Nothing's changing with this channel. Everything's staying the same here. But yeah, I'm excited for what's coming up next. And yeah, now let's look at the shirt. Let's take a guess at what movie this is from. I'm thinking most of you guys will probably know. It's got a moose and it says Wally World. So also tell me which movie, because this is like a whole huge series of movies, was your favorite. All right. And with that being said, that's it, guys. I will see you in the next video. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
It's kinda crowded here, but I know you see me too. Everybody's singing, oh, everybody's singing, oh.